every single day, you have the power to change your life. Right now, at this very moment, you hold the key to unlocking your full potential. It's not about waiting for the perfect time or the right circumstances. It's about taking action. Starting today, starting now. Think about it. What's the first thing you do when you wake up? Do you reach for your phone, scroll through social media, or hit the snooze button? Or do you seize the opportunity to set the tone for an incredible day ahead? Your morning ritual is more than just a routine. It's a powerful tool that can reshape your mind, rewire your brain, and transform your entire life. I'm not talking about some complex, time-consuming process. I'm talking about a simple, effective ritual that anyone can do, regardless of their circumstances. Let's break it down. When you first open your eyes in the morning, instead of immediately jumping into the hustle and bustle of the day, take a moment, just a moment. Close your eyes again and take a deep breath. Feel the air filling your lungs, expanding your chest. As you exhale, let go of any tension, any worries about the day ahead. This simple act of mindful breathing sets the stage for everything that follows. Now, I want you to think about your ideal day, not just any day, but the absolute best version of your day. What does it look like? How do you feel? What are you accomplishing? Don't just think about it vaguely. Really see it, feel it, experience it in your mind as if it's happening right now. This is more than just daydreaming. When you vividly imagine your ideal day, you're actually creating new neural pathways in your brain. You're training your mind to recognize and seek out opportunities that align with that vision. You're literally rewiring your brain for success. But here's the can't just think about it once and expect miracles. This needs to become a daily practice. Every single morning before you do anything else, take 5 minutes to visualize your ideal day. Make it as detailed and vivid as possible. Engage all your senses. What do you see? What do you hear? What do you smell? How does your body feel? As you do this, pay attention to the emotions that come up. Do you feel excited, confident, peaceful, joyful, whatever those positive emotions are? Let them fill your entire body. Feel them in every cell, every fiber of your being. This is crucial because your body doesn't know the difference between a real experience and a vividly imagined one. By feeling these positive emotions associated with your ideal day, you're literally changing your body's chemistry. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This sounds great, but I don't have time for this. I have so much to do in the morning. I get it. Life is busy. But here's the thing. This morning ritual doesn't have to take hours. Even just 5 to 10 minutes can make a profound difference. And trust me, the time you invest in this practice will pay off tenfold in increased productivity, clarity, and overall well-being throughout your day. But don't stop at visualization. The next step in your morning ritual is to set your intentions for the day. What do you want to accomplish? How do you want to feel? What kind of energy do you want to bring to your interactions with others? By setting clear intentions, you're giving your subconscious mind a roadmap to follow. You're programming yourself for success before you even step out of bed. Now, let's talk about gratitude. It's a word we hear a lot, but do we really understand its power? Gratitude is not just a feel-good exercise. It's a scientifically proven way to shift your brain's focus from what's lacking to what's abundant in your life. And when you start your day from a place of abundance, you open yourself up to even more positive experiences. So as part of your morning ritual, take a moment to think of 3 things you're genuinely grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe it's the comfort of your bed, the smell of fresh coffee, or the sound of birds chirping outside your window. Whenever it is, really feel that gratitude in your heart. Let it fill you up. This simple practice can completely shift your mood and set a positive tone for the entire day. But here's where many people go wrong. They do these practices once or twice, don't see immediate results, and give up. Remember, we're talking about rewiring your brain here. It takes time and consistency. You wouldn't go to the gym once and expect to see massive muscles, right? The same principle applies to your mental and emotional fitness. Commit to this morning ritual for at least 21 days. That's the minimum time it takes to start forming a new habit. During this time, you might face resistance. Your old patterns will try to pull you back. You might be tempted to skip a day or two. Don't push through that resistance. The magic happens when you stay committed, especially on the days when you don't feel like it. Now, let's talk about the power of affirmations. These are positive statements that reinforce who you want to be and what you want to achieve. As part of your morning ritual, choose 3 to 5 affirmations that resonate with you. Say them out loud with conviction. Feel the truth of these statements in your body. Some examples might be, I am capable of achieving anything I set my mind to. I radiate confidence and positivity, or I attract abundance and success in all areas of my life. Again, this isn't about empty words. When you repeat these affirmations with genuine feeling, you're literally reprogramming your subconscious mind. You're overriding old limiting beliefs with new empowering ones. And over time, these new beliefs will shape your actions and ultimately your reality. But your morning ritual isn't just about what happens in your mind. It's also about preparing your body for the day ahead. After you've done your visualization, set your intentions, practiced gratitude, and repeated your affirmations, it's time to get physical. This doesn't mean you need to do an intense workout unless that's what you want. Even just 5 minutes of gentle stretching or yoga can make a huge difference. As you move your body, focus on how it feels. Notice the stretch in your muscles, the rhythm of your breath. This mindful movement not only wakes up your body, but also deepens the mind-body connection. It helps you stay present and centered, setting the stage for a more focused and productive day. Now, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, this all sounds great, but my life is so chaotic. I have kids to get ready for school, a demanding job, so many responsibilities. How can I possibly find time for this? I hear you. Life can be overwhelming. But here's the truth. The busier you are, the more you need this morning ritual. Think about it this way. If you're constantly running from one task to another, always feeling behind and stressed, how effective are you really being? This morning ritual is like sharpening your axe before you start chopping wood. It might seem like it's taking time away from your task, but in reality, it's making everything you do more effective and efficient. Start small if you need to. Maybe you can only carve out 5 minutes at first. That's okay. Use those 5 minutes. As you start to feel the benefits, you'll naturally want to extend the time. You might find yourself waking up a little earlier, eager to start your morning ritual. Trust the process. It works if you work it. Now, let's talk about the power of consistency. This morning ritual isn't a one-time fix. It's not something you do when you're feeling down or need a boost. It's a daily practice that over time will completely transform your life. Think of it like compound interest for your personal growth. Each day, you're making a small investment in yourself. And day by day, week by week, month by month, those investments compound, creating massive changes in your life. But here's the crest of the process. In the beginning, you might not see dramatic changes. You might even feel silly or doubtful. Push through those feelings. Keep showing up for yourself every morning. The changes are happening, even if you can't see them yet. You're rewiring your brain, creating new neural pathways, shifting your energy, and one day you'll look back and be amazed at how far you've come. Remember, this morning ritual is not about perfection, it's about progress. There will be days when you oversleep or life throws you a curveball. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just get back on track the next day. Consistency over time is what matters, not perfection every single day. Now, let's dive a little deeper into the science behind why this morning ritual is so powerful. When you first wake up, your brain is in a state called the alpha state. This is a relaxed, receptive state where your subconscious mind is more accessible. By doing your morning ritual in this state, you're effectively programming your subconscious mind for success. Think of your subconscious mind as a powerful supercomputer. It's constantly running in the background, influencing your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. When you start your day with positive visualizations, affirmations, and intentions, you're giving your subconscious mind clear instructions on what to focus on and what to create in your life. This is why it's so important to be specific and vivid in your visualizations. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly imagined. So when you clearly visualize your ideal day, your subconscious accepts it as reality and starts working to make it happen. It influences your perceptions, your decisions, and your actions throughout the day to align with that vision. But it's not just about visualizing what you want, it's also about feeling the emotions associated with achieving your goals. When you combine vivid imagery with genuine emotion, you create a powerful emotional blueprint that your subconscious mind uses to guide your actions and attract opportunities. This is where the law of attraction comes into play. By focusing your thoughts and emotions on what you want to create in your life, you start to attract people, circumstances, and opportunities that align with that vision. It's not magic. It's neuroscience and quantum physics working together. Now, let's talk about the ripple effect of this morning ritual. When you start your day in this intentional, positive way, you're not just affecting yourself. You're changing the energy you bring to every interaction, every task, every relationship in your life. You become a beacon of positive energy, attracting more positivity into your life. Think about it. When you're feeling confident, focused, and positive, how do people respond to you? They're naturally drawn to your energy. They want to collaborate with you, support you, be around you. This creates a positive feedback loop where your positive energy attracts positive experiences, which in turn reinforce your positive mindset. But it goes even deeper than that. By consistently practicing this morning ritual, you're actually changing your brain on a physical level. This is due to a phenomenon called neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to form new neural connections throughout your life. Every time you visualize your ideal future, express gratitude, or repeat a positive affirmation, you're strengthening the neural pathways associated with those positive thoughts and emotions. Just over time, this rewiring of your brain makes positivity, confidence, and success your default state. It becomes who you are, not just something you do. And when that happens, your entire life begins to transform. Now, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, but what about the real challenges in my life? I have real problems that can't be solved just by thinking positively. I hear life can be tough. We all face challenges, setbacks, and obstacles. This morning ritual isn't about denying those challenges or pretending they don't exist. Instead, it's about putting yourself in the best possible state to face those challenges. When you start your day by aligning your mind, body, and spirit, you approach problems from a place of clarity, confidence, and creativity. You're better equipped to find solutions, to persevere in the face of setbacks, to see opportunities where others see only obstacles. Think about the most successful people you know or admire. Do you think they never face challenges? Of course they do. The difference is in how they approach those challenges. They don't let circumstances dictate their state of mind. They take control of their mental and emotional state, regardless of external circumstances. And that's exactly what this morning ritual helps you do. But this isn't just about achieving external success. It's about creating a life of fulfillment, purpose, and joy. It's about waking up every morning excited about the day ahead, knowing that you're growing, evolving, and becoming the best version of yourself. Imagine for a moment what your life would look like if you approached every day with clarity, confidence, and positive expectation. How would your relationships improve? How would your work transform? How would you feel about yourself? This morning ritual is the key to creating that life. Now, I want to share a powerful technique that you can incorporate into your morning ritual. It's called mental rehearsal. This is where you not only visualize your ideal future, but actually step into it and live it in your mind. You see yourself confidently tackling challenges, making bold decisions, and achieving your goals. You feel the emotions of success, fulfillment, and joy as if they're happening right now. This mental rehearsal does something remarkable. It creates a gap between who you are now and who you're becoming, and your brain, always seeking equilibrium, works to close that gap. It starts looking for opportunities, generating ideas, and motivating you to take actions that align with that future version of yourself. But here's where many people go wrong. They do this visualization once or twice and then give up when they don't see immediate results. Remember, we're rewiring your brain here. It takes time and consistency. The magic happens when you show up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, even when you can't see the results yet. Think of it like planting a seed. When you plant a seed in the ground, you don't see anything happening at first, but beneath the surface, that seed is germinating, putting down roots, gathering nutrients. And then one day, seemingly out of nowhere, a sprout breaks through the soil. Your morning ritual is like watering and nurturing that seed every single day, trusting in the process even when you can't see the results yet. Now let's talk about another powerful element you can add to your morning ritual: journaling. After you've done your visualization and mental rehearsal, take a few minutes to write. This isn't about recording the events of your day. Instead, write as if you're living your ideal life right now. Describe in detail what you're experiencing, how you're feeling, what you're achieving. This future-focused journaling does two things. First, it reinforces the neural pathways you're creating with your visualization. Second, it helps you get crystal clear on what you really want. Often as you write, you'll uncover deeper desires and goals that you weren't fully aware of before. But don't just write about the end result. Write about the person you need to become to achieve those goals. What habits do you need to develop? What skills do you need to learn? What mindset shifts do you need to make? By focusing on personal growth rather than just external achievements, you ensure that your success is sustainable and fulfilling. Now, I wanted to address something that might be coming up for some of you. You might be thinking, this all sounds great, but I'm not a morning person. I can barely drag myself out of bed, let alone do all this. I get it. Not everyone naturally springs out of bed full of energy. But here's the thing. You can train yourself to become a morning person. Start by setting your alarm just 15 minutes earlier than usual. Use that time for your morning ritual. As you start to feel the benefits, you'll naturally want to extend that time. You might even find yourself waking up before your alarm, excited to start your day. Remember, the goal isn't to deprive yourself of sleep. Make sure you're getting enough rest. You might need to adjust your bedtime to accommodate your new morning routine, but trust me, the energy and clarity you gain from this morning ritual will far outweigh any extra sleep you might be getting. Now, let's talk about the power of community. While this morning ritual is a personal practice, you don't have to do it alone. Consider finding an accountability partner or joining a group of like-minded individuals who are also committed to personal. Share your goals, your progress, your challenges, celebrate each other's successes, support each other through the tough days. This sense of community not only keeps you accountable, but also amplifies the power of your practice. When you surround yourself with people who are also committed to growth and transformation, it creates a powerful synergy. You inspire each other, challenge each other, and lift each other up. But here's an important point. While community support is valuable, don't let it become a crutch. The real power of this morning ritual comes from your personal commitment and consistency. It's about showing up for yourself day after day, regardless of whether anyone else is watching or supporting you. Now, I want to address a common misconception. Some people think that focusing on personal growth and self-improvement is selfish. They worry that by investing time in themselves, they're somehow neglecting their responsibilities or the people in their lives. Nothing could be further from the truth. When you commit to this morning ritual, when you invest in your own growth and well-being, you're actually putting yourself in a position to give more to others. Think about it. When you're stressed, overwhelmed, and running on empty, how much do you really have to offer those around you? But when you're centered, energized, and aligned with your purpose, you have an abundance to share. This morning ritual isn't just about achieving your personal goals. It's about becoming the best version of yourself so that you can make a greater impact in the world. When you show up as your best self, you inspire others to do the same. Your positive energy becomes contagious. You become a catalyst for positive change in your family, your workplace, your community. Now, let's talk about how this morning ritual can help you break free from limiting beliefs. We all have them. Those nagging thoughts that tell us we're not good enough, smart enough, or deserving enough to achieve our dreams. These limiting beliefs often operate at a subconscious level, silently sabotaging our efforts without us even realizing it. But here's the incredible thing. Your morning ritual is a powerful tool for identifying and overcoming these limiting beliefs. As you visualize your ideal future and feel the emotions of success, you might notice resistance coming up. Maybe you feel a sense of doubt or unworthiness. Don't push these feelings away. Instead, see them as signposts pointing to the limiting beliefs that are holding you back. When you identify a limiting belief, challenge it. Ask yourself, is this really true? Where did I learn this belief? How has it served me in the past? How is it holding me back now? Then consciously choose a new empowering belief to replace it. Use your affirmations and visualizations to reinforce this new belief every single day. Remember, your beliefs shape your reality. By consciously choosing empowering beliefs and reinforcing them through your morning ritual, you're literally reshaping your world from the inside out. Now, let's dive deeper into the power of emotion in this process. It's not enough to just think about what you want or to repeat positive affirmations mechanically. The real magic happens when you combine clear intention with genuine, heartfelt emotion. When you're doing your visualization, really feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude of living your ideal life. Let those emotions fill every cell of your body. This isn't just feel-good fluff. There's solid science behind it. When you generate strong positive emotions, you're changing your body's chemistry. You're releasing feel-good neurotransmitters like dopamine and serotonin. You're lowering your stress hormones and boosting your immune system. But it goes even further than that. According to quantum physics, everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. Your thoughts and emotions emit their own frequency. And here's the key, like attracts like. When you consistently emit the frequency of joy, gratitude, and success through your thoughts and emotions, you start to attract experiences that match that frequency. This is why it's so important to not just go through the motions with your morning ritual. Really engage with it emotionally. Feel it in your heart, in your gut. Let it light you up from the inside out. This emotional engagement is what turns your morning ritual from a nice idea into a truly transformative practice. Now, let's talk about the power of focus. In today's world, we're constantly bombarded with the distractions. Our attention is pulled in a million different directions. This scattered focus dilutes our energy and makes it hard to create meaningful change in our lives. Your morning ritual is an opportunity to reclaim your focus. When you dedicate this time to visualizing your goals, setting your intentions, and aligning your energy, you're training your brain to focus on what truly matters to you. You're essentially programming your reticular activating system, the part of your brain that filters information to notice opportunities and resources that align with your goals. Think of it like tuning a radio. When you're clear about what you want and you focus on it consistently, it's like tuning into the right frequency. Suddenly, you start noticing things you might have missed before. A book that has just the information you need, a conversation that leads to a new opportunity and insight that solves a problem you've been struggling with. But focused attention needs to extend beyond your morning ritual. As you go about your day, keep coming back to the intentions you set in the morning. When you find your mind wandering or getting caught up in negativity, gently bring it back to your vision. This consistent redirection of your focus is like strength training for your mind. Over time, it becomes easier and more natural to stay aligned with your goals and your highest self. Now, I want to address something that might be coming up for some of you. You might be thinking, this all sounds great, but I've tried things like this before and they didn't work. I hear you. It's easy to get discouraged when we don't see immediate results from here. But here's what I want you to understand. Transformation is not always linear. I think that, like losing weight, when you start a new diet and exercise routine, you might not see the numbers on the scale change right away. But that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Your body is adjusting, building muscle, becoming more efficient. Then suddenly you start to see and feel the changes. Personal growth works the same way. When you start this morning ritual, you're setting in motion a series of changes at a cellular and energetic level. You might not see dramatic external changes right away. But trust me, the changes are happening. You're rewiring your brain, shifting your energy, aligning yourself with a new reality. The key is to trust the process and stay consistent. Don't judge your progress day by day. Instead, look at how far you've come over weeks and months. Celebrate the small victories, a moment of clarity, a burst of motivation, a challenge handled with unexpected ease. These are all signs that your morning ritual is working its magic. Now, let's talk about the role of gratitude in this process. Gratitude is more than just a nice sentiment. It's a powerful force that can literally reshape your reality. When you focus on what you're grateful for, you're training your brain to notice the good in your life. And what you focus on expands. But here's where many people go wrong with gratitude. They only express gratitude for the big things, a promotion at work, a new house, a major achievement. While it's great to be grateful for these things, true transformation comes from finding gratitude in the small, everyday moments. In your morning ritual, challenge yourself to find gratitude in the simplest things. The warmth of your bed, the taste of your morning coffee, the sound of birds chirping outside your window. As you do this consistently, you'll find that your entire perspective starts to shift. You'll begin to see abundance where you once saw lack. You'll find joy in moments you might have overlooked before. This shift in perspective is incredibly powerful. It puts you in a state of receptivity, opening you up to even more positive experiences and opportunities. It's like you're sending a message to the universe saying, I appreciate what I have and I'm ready for more. Now, let's talk about the power of your words. The language you use, both in your self-talk and in your interactions with others, has a profound impact on your reality. Words are not just sounds or symbols on a page. They carry energy and have the power to shape your thoughts, your emotions, and ultimately your experiences. In your morning ritual, pay close attention to the words you use in your affirmations and intentions. Choose words that empower you, that excite you, that align with the reality you want to create. Instead of saying, I hope to, or I'll try to say I am or I will. This subtle shift in language sends a powerful message to your subconscious mind and to the universe. But don't stop there. Carry this awareness of your words throughout your day. Notice how you talk about yourself, your goals, your challenges. Are you using language that empowers you or limits you? Make a conscious effort to shift your language to align with your highest vision for yourself. Remember, your words are like seeds. Plant them wisely, nurture them with your focus and emotion, and watch as they grow into the reality you desire. Now, I want to address something important this morning ritual, this process of personal transformation. It's not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming more fully yourself. It's about peeling away the layers of conditioning, limiting beliefs, and fear that have been holding you back from expressing your true essence. Think about it. When you were a child, before the world told you who you should be or what you should do, what did you love? What lit you up? What did you believe was possible? Your morning ritual is an opportunity to reconnect with that pure, authentic part of yourself. As you visualize your ideal future, as you set your intentions and affirm your potential, make sure they truly resonate with your heart. Don't chase goals just because society says you should or because you think they'll impress others. Seek the goals that excite you, that feel aligned with your deepest values and desires. This alignment with your authentic self is what gives your morning ritual its true power. When your goals and actions are in harmony with your essence, you tap into a wellspring of energy and motivation that can carry you through any challenge. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to leave you with a challenge. Commit to this morning ritual for the next 66 days. Why 66 days? Because research has shown that on average, it takes about 66 days to form a new habit. For the next 66 days, make this ritual a non-negotiable part of your morning. Do it even on the days when you don't feel like it. Do it even when you can't see the results yet. Do it even when life gets busy and chaotic. At the end of those 66 days, take stock of your life. Notice how you feel, how you think, how you approach challenges. I promise you, if you commit to this practice wholeheartedly, you will see profound changes in your life. Remember, you have within you everything you need to create the life you desire. This morning ritual is simply a tool to help you access your innate power and potential. It's a way to align your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the highest vision of who you can be. You open your eyes. Remember, you have a choice. You can start your day reacting to whatever comes your way, or you can intentionally create your day and your life, from the inside out. Choose to start your day with purpose. Choose to align yourself with your highest potential. Choose to become the architect of your own destiny. The power is in your hands. The time is now. Your extraordinary life is waiting. Will you answer the call? You have the power to change your life. Right now, in this moment, you hold the key to unlocking a world of possibility and positivity. But here's the thing. Many of us are accidentally manifesting negativity without even realizing it. We're stuck in patterns that keep us from reaching our true potential. Today, we're going to talk about the 7 signs that you might be accidentally manifesting negativity in your life. More importantly, we're going to learn how to turn those patterns around and start creating the life you truly desire. Let's start with the first sign, negative self-talk. How often do you catch yourself saying things like, I can't do this or I'm not good enough? These thoughts might seem harmless, but they're actually powerful signals you're sending to your brain and the universe. Every time you engage in negative self-talk, you're reinforcing neural pathways that make it easier for your brain to default to those negative patterns. You're literally training your brain to focus on what's wrong instead of what's possible. But here's the good news. You can change this pattern. Start by becoming aware of your self-talk. When you catch yourself thinking or saying something negative, stop and take a breath. Then consciously choose a more positive thought. Instead of I can't do this, try I'm learning and growing every day. This simple shift can start rewiring your brain for positivity and success. The second sign is dwelling on past failures. How much time do you spend replaying your mistakes and setbacks in your mind? When you constantly focus on what went wrong in the past, you're programming your brain to expect more of the same in the future. You're telling your subconscious mind that failure is your normal state. And guess what? Your subconscious will work hard to prove you right. To break this cycle, we need to change our relationship with the past. Instead of seeing failures as endpoints, start viewing them as stepping stones. Every mistake is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to grow stronger. Back when you catch yourself dwelling on a past failure, ask yourself, what can I learn from this experience? How can I use this knowledge to create a better future? By reframing your past, you're opening up new possibilities for your future. The third sign of accidentally manifesting negativity is surrounding yourself with negative people. You've probably heard the saying that you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This isn't just a catchy phrase. It's backed by science. Our brains are wired for connection, and we naturally pick up on the energy and attitudes of those around us. If you're constantly surrounded by complainers, critics, and pessimists, their negativity will start to seep into your own thoughts and beliefs. Time to take a hard look at your social circle. Are the people around you lifting you up or dragging you down? This doesn't mean you need to cut ties with everyone who's ever had a bad day, but it does mean being intentional about who you spend your time with and whose opinions you value. Seek out people who inspire you, who challenge you to grow, who believe in the power of possibility. Their Positive energy will fuel your own transformation. The fourth sign is neglecting your physical health. Your mind and body are deeply interconnected. When you neglect your physical health, whether it's through poor diet, lack of exercise, or not getting enough sleep, you're creating the perfect breeding ground for negative thoughts and emotions. It's hard to feel optimistic and motivated when you're exhausted, sluggish, and running on junk food. Taking care of your body isn't just about looking good. It's about creating the optimal conditions for positive manifestation. When you nourish your body with healthy food, regular exercise, and quality sleep, you're giving yourself the energy and clarity you need to focus on your goals and dreams. You're showing the universe that you value yourself and that you're ready to receive good things. Start small if you need to. Maybe it's swapping out one unhealthy meal for a nutritious one each day. Maybe it's taking a short walk during your lunch break. Maybe it's setting a consistent bedtime and sticking to it. These small changes can add up to big shifts in your overall energy and outlook. The fifth sign of accidentally manifesting negativity is a lack of gratitude. When was the last time you paused to appreciate the good things in your life? In our fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in what's missing or what's going wrong. But when we constantly focus on what we lack, we're telling the universe that we don't have enough, and the universe listens. Gratitude is like a magnet for positivity. When you cultivate a mindset of appreciation, you start to notice more and more things to be grateful for. This isn't just feel-good fluff. It's a scientifically proven way to rewire your brain for happiness and success. Studies have shown that regular gratitude practice can improve mood, boost immune function, and even help you sleep better. Try this every night before bed. Think of 3 specific things you're grateful for from that day. They don't have to be big things. Maybe it's the way the sunlight filtered through the leaves on your morning walk, or the smile from a stranger that brightened your day. By focusing on these positive moments, you're training your brain to look for the good in your life, and what you focus on expands. The sixth sign is resistance to change. How often do you find yourself saying, "That's just the way things are," or "I've always been this way"? These thoughts might seem harmless, but they're actually powerful limiters. When you resist change, you're closing yourself off to new possibilities. You're telling the universe that you're not ready or willing to grow. But here's the truth. Change is the only constant in life, and it's through change that we grow, learn, and evolve into our best selves. Embracing change doesn't mean you have to completely overhaul your life overnight. It means being open to new ideas, new experiences, and new ways of thinking. Start by challenging your assumptions. When you catch yourself thinking, "I can't do that," or "That's impossible," ask yourself, why not? What evidence do you really have that it's impossible? Often our limitations are self-imposed. By questioning these beliefs, you can start to break down the barriers that are holding you back. The seventh and final sign of accidentally manifesting negativity is living in fear. Fear is a powerful force. It can keep us stuck in unfulfilling jobs, toxic relationships, and limited beliefs about what's possible for our lives. When we let fear guide our decisions, we're essentially telling the universe that we don't trust in our own abilities or in the abundance of opportunities available to us. But here's the thing about fear. It's often based on imagined future scenarios that may never come to pass. We worry about what might go wrong instead of focusing on what could go right. This constant state of anxiety and stress not only feels terrible, but it also keeps us from taking the actions that could lead to positive change in our lives. To break free from the grip of fear, we need to shift our focus from what we're afraid of to what we're excited about. What dreams and goals light you up inside? What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? By connecting with our passion and excitement, we can start to overshadow our fears with positive energy. Now, I'm not saying that you'll never feel fear again. Fear is a natural human emotion, and it can sometimes serve a protective purpose. But we don't have to let fear be the driver of our lives. We can acknowledge our fears, thank them for trying to protect us, and then choose to move forward anyway. One powerful way to overcome fear is through visualization. Take a few minutes each day to close your eyes and vividly imagine yourself successfully achieving your goals. See yourself confidently tackling challenges, feel the joy and satisfaction of making progress. The more real you can make these visualizations, the more you're priming your brain and body to actually create those experiences in your life. Now that we've explored these 7 signs of accidentally manifesting negativity, you might be feeling a bit overwhelmed. You might be recognizing some of these patterns in your own life and wondering how to start making changes. But I want you to know that recognition is the first step towards transformation. By becoming aware of these patterns, you've already begun the process of changing them. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You are not your past. You are not your fears. You are a powerful creator with the ability to shape your reality through your thoughts, beliefs, and actions. Every moment is an opportunity to choose again, to align yourself with positivity and possibility. So, how do we start shifting these patterns? It all begins with awareness. Start paying attention to your thoughts, your self talk, and your reactions to the world around you. When you notice yourself slipping into negative patterns, don't judge yourself. Simply observe, take a deep breath, and choose a different thought or action. Meditation can be a powerful tool in this process. By taking time each day to quiet your mind and observe your thoughts without judgment, you can start to create space between your thoughts and your reactions. This space gives you the power to choose how you want to respond rather than simply reacting out of habit. Another powerful practice is affirmations. These are positive statements that you repeat to yourself regularly, helping to rewire your brain for success and positivity. Some examples might be: I am worthy of love and abundance. I trust in my ability to create positive change in my life each every day in every way. I'm getting better and better. Choose affirmations that resonate with you and make them part of your daily routine. Visualization is another key tool in manifesting positivity. Take time each day to vividly imagine your ideal life. See yourself living in your dream home, excelling in your career, surrounded by loving relationships. Feel the emotions of joy, satisfaction, and gratitude as if these things are already your reality. The more real you can make these visualizations, the more you're aligning your energy with what you want to create. It's also crucial to take inspired action towards your goals. While positive thinking is important, it needs to be coupled with aligned action to create real change in your life. What's one small step you can take today towards your dreams? Maybe it's researching a new career path, signing up for a class, or reaching out to someone who inspires you. Remember, every journey begins with a single step. As you start to implement these practices, you might notice some resistance. Old habits and thought patterns don't disappear overnight. You might have days where you slip back into negative thinking or self-doubt. This is normal, and it's all part of the process. The key is to be gentle with yourself and to keep coming back to your intentions. Think of it like learning a new skill. When you first start learning to play an instrument or speak a new language, you make mistakes. You might feel awkward or frustrated at times, but with consistent practice, it gets easier. The same is true for rewiring your brain for positivity and success. Each time you catch a negative thought and choose a positive one instead, you're strengthening those neural pathways. You're building your manifesting muscles. One powerful way to reinforce these new patterns is through a gratitude practice. Each night before bed, take a few minutes to write down 3 things you're grateful for from that day. They don't have to be big things. Maybe it's the warmth of the sun on your face, a kind word from a friend, or the taste of your morning coffee. By focusing on what's good in your life, you're training your brain to look for the positive. And what you focus on expands. It's also important to surround yourself with supportive people who believe in your ability to change and grow. Share your goals and intentions with trusted friends or family members. Consider joining a support group or finding a mentor who can guide you on your journey. Remember, we are profoundly influenced by the people we spend time with. Choose to be around those who lift you up and inspire you to be your best self. As you continue on this journey of transformation, you might start to notice small changes in your life. Maybe you're feeling more optimistic or you're handling stress better. Maybe opportunities are starting to show up in unexpected ways. These are all signs that you're aligning yourself with positive energy and opening up to new possibilities. But what about when things don't seem to be going your way? What about when you face setbacks or disappointments? This is where your new mindset really gets put to the test. Instead of falling back into old patterns of negativity, see these challenges as opportunities for growth. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this experience make me stronger or wiser? Remember, every successful person has faced obstacles and failures on their journey. The difference is in how they respond to these challenges. Do they give up and retreat into negativity, or do they use these experiences as fuel to push forward? You have that same choice in every moment. One powerful way to maintain a positive mindset in the face of challenges is to practice what I call future self-thinking. Imagine yourself 5 years from now, having achieved your goals and overcome your current challenges. What advice would that future version of yourself give to you right now? How would they encourage you to keep going? By connecting with this wiser, more experienced version of yourself, you can tap into a wellspring of strength and resilience. It's also important to celebrate your progress along the way. Too often, we're so focused on our end goals that we forget to acknowledge how far we've come. Take time regularly to reflect on your growth. What negative habits have you let go of? What new positive practices have you adopted? How have your thoughts and beliefs shifted? By recognizing and celebrating these changes, you're reinforcing your new patterns and motivating yourself to keep going. As you continue to practice these techniques, you'll likely start to notice synchronicities and coincidences occurring in your life. Maybe you'll randomly run into someone who can help you with a project, or you'll come across exactly the information you need at just the right time. These are all signs that you're aligning yourself with the flow of the universe. You're opening yourself up to receive the abundance and opportunities that have always been available to you. But here's an important point to remember. Manifesting isn't about controlling every aspect of your life or forcing specific outcomes. It's about aligning your energy with what you want to create and then allowing the universe to work its magic. Sometimes the universe has even better plans for us than we could imagine for ourselves. So while it's important to have clear intentions, it's equally important to remain open and flexible. This brings us to the concept of surrender. Paradoxically, sometimes the key to manifesting what we want is to let go of our attachment to specific outcomes. When we're too fixated on how things should look or happen, we can actually block the flow of positive energy. Practice setting your intentions and then releasing them to the universe, trusting that what is meant for you will come to you in the right way and at the right time. As you continue on this journey of transformation, you might find that your goals and desires start to shift. As you clear away negative patterns and limiting beliefs, you may discover passions and purposes you never knew you had. This is all part of the process of aligning with your true self and your highest potential. You might also notice that your relationships start to change. As you become more positive and aligned with your authentic self, you may naturally attract people who resonate with this new energy. At the same time, relationships that no longer serve your growth might start to fall away. Trust in this process. The universe is helping you create space for what truly aligns with your high. Remember, this journey of transformation is not about becoming a different person. It's about uncovering and embracing your true self, the person you were always meant to be before limiting beliefs and negative patterns took hold. You are not broken and you don't need fixing. You are a perfect, divine being who is on a journey of remembering and reclaiming your innate power and wisdom. As you continue to practice these techniques and align yourself with positive energy, you'll likely start to feel a greater sense of peace and purpose in your life. You'll begin to trust in the flow of the universe and in your own ability to create positive change. This doesn't mean you'll never face challenges or have difficult days, but you'll have the tools and the mindset to navigate these challenges with grace and resilience. Remember, every thought you think, every word you speak, and every action you take is a step towards creating your reality. You have the power to choose in every moment whether you want to align with negativity or positivity. And the more you choose positivity, the easier and more natural it becomes. So I encourage you to commit to this practice of positive manifestation. Make it a daily habit to check in with your thoughts and feelings. Are you accidentally manifesting negativity, or are you consciously creating the life you desire? When you catch yourself slipping into old patterns, gently guide yourself back to a positive mindset. Be patient and compassionate with yourself in this process. Change takes time, but with consistent effort, you can rewire your brain and transform your life. Imagine waking up each day filled with excitement and possibility. Imagine facing challenges with confidence and resilience. Imagine attracting abundance, love, and success into your life effortlessly. This isn't just a fantasy. It's a reality that you have the power to create. You are the author of your life story. With every thought, word, and action, you're writing the next chapter. So I ask you, what kind of story do you want to create? Will it be a story of limitation and struggle, or a story of growth, joy, and infinite possibility? The choice is yours, and you have everything you need within you to make that choice right now. You don't need to wait for the perfect moment or for everything in your life to be perfect before you start. The perfect moment is now. The power is within you. So let's take a moment right now to set your intention for this new chapter of your life. Close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so, and take a deep breath. As you inhale, imagine yourself breathing in positive energy, possibility, and potential. As you exhale, release any doubts, fears, or limiting beliefs that no longer serve you. Now think about the life you truly desire. Not the life you think you should want or the life others expect of you, but the life that lights you up from the inside. What does that life look like? How does it feel? Allow yourself to really sink into this vision. Feel the joy, the excitement, the sense of purpose and fulfillment. This vision, this feelings or compass, it's your true north. Every time you find yourself slipping into negative patterns or feeling lost, come back to this vision. Let it guide your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Remember, manifesting isn't about forcing or controlling. It's about aligning. It's about becoming a vibrational match for what you want to create in your life. And that alignment starts with your thoughts and beliefs. So let's revisit those 7 signs of accidentally manifesting negativity and flip them into powerful tools for positive manifestation. Instead of negative self-talk, practice self-compassion and encouragement. Speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend. Celebrate your strengths, acknowledge your progress, and approach your challenges with kindness and curiosity. Remember, you are not your thoughts. You have the power to choose which thoughts you want to believe and act upon. Rather than dwelling on past failures, focus on the lessons and growth opportunities they've provided. Every experience in your life, whether you perceive it as good or bad, has shaped you into who you are today. Yes, you can, and who you are is enough. You are worthy, you are capable, and you have everything you need within you to create the life you desire. Instead of surrounding yourself with negative people, seek out relationships that inspire and uplift you. This doesn't mean you need to cut people out of your life, but it does mean being mindful of the energy you're absorbing and the energy you're putting out. Be the kind of person you want to attract in your life. Radiate positivity, kindness, and authenticity, and watch how the world responds. Rather than neglecting your physical health, treat your body as the sacred vessel it is. Nourish it with healthy food. Move it in ways that feel good. Give it the rest it needs. Your body is the home of your spirit, the instrument through which you experience and create in this world. When you take care of your body, you're creating the optimal conditions for positive manifestation. Instead of forgetting to practice gratitude, make appreciation a daily habit. Start and end each day by acknowledging the good in your life. This isn't about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It's about training your brain to notice and amplify the positive. The more you practice gratitude, the more you'll find to be grateful for. Rather than resisting change, embrace it as an opportunity for growth and expansion. Change is the only constant in life, and it's through change that we evolve into our highest selves. Trust that even when change feels uncomfortable, it's leading you towards something better. Remember, the caterpillar must go through a period of darkness and transformation before it can emerge as a butterfly. And finally, instead of living in fear, choose to live in love and trust. Trust in yourself, trust in the goodness of the universe, trust in the journey of life. This doesn't mean you'll never feel fear. Fear is a natural human emotion, but you can choose not to let fear drive your decisions or limit your potential. When you feel fear arising, acknowledge it, thank it for trying to protect you, and then choose to move forward anyway. Now, I want to address something important. As you embark on this journey of positive manifestation, you might encounter resistance, both from within yourself and from others. It's your ego, which is comfortable with your current patterns, even if they're not serving you, might try to pull you back into old ways of thinking. You might hear that voice in your head saying, "This is too hard," or "Who do you think you are to want more?" When this happens, remember, this resistance is normal. It's a sign that you're growing, that you're pushing beyond your comfort zone. Don't let it discourage you. Instead, see it as confirmation that you're on the right. Similarly, you might encounter skepticism or negativity from others as you start to change and grow. Some people in your life might be uncomfortable with your transformation, especially if it challenges their own limiting beliefs. Remember, their reaction is about them, not you. You don't need anyone's permission or approval to create the life you desire. This is where the power of your vision comes in. When you encounter resistance or doubt, come back to that feeling of your ideal life. Let it anchor you, let it fuel you. Use it as a reminder of why you're doing this work. Another powerful tool in your manifestation toolkit is the practice of acting as if. This means behaving and thinking as if you've already achieved your goals. If your goal is to be more confident, ask yourself, how would a confident person walk? How would they talk? How would they handle challenges? Then start embodying those qualities in your daily life. This isn't about pretending or being inauthentic. It's about aligning your energy with what you want to create. When you act as if, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious mind and to the universe that this is who you are becoming. Remember, your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. So when you consistently act as if you're already living your ideal life, your subconscious starts to accept this as your new reality. And when your subconscious beliefs align with your conscious desires, that's when real magic happens. Now, let's talk about the role of action in manifestation. While thoughts and beliefs are crucial, they need to be coupled with aligned action to create real change in your life. Think of it this way: your thoughts and beliefs are like placing an order with the universe, but you still need to be ready and willing to receive when that order arrives. This means taking inspired action towards your goals. Pay attention to the opportunities that show up in your life, even if they seem small or unrelated at first. Follow your intuition and take steps, even if you can't see the whole path yet. Remember, you don't need to have it all figured out to start moving forward. As you take action, stay open and flexible. Sometimes the universe has even better plans for us than we could imagine for ourselves. You might set out on one path only to discover an even more exciting opportunity along the way. Trust in the process and remain open to possibilities. The balance between effort and surrender. Manifesting isn't about forcing outcomes through sheer willpower. It's about co-creating with the universe. You do your part, setting clear intentions, aligning your energy, taking inspired action, and then you allow the universe to do its part. This can be challenging, especially if you're used to trying to control every aspect of your life. But there's immense freedom in surrendering to the flow of life. It doesn't mean you become passive or give up on your dreams. It means you trust that what is meant for you will not pass you by, and what passes you by was not meant for you. Practice setting your intentions and then releasing them to the universe. Trust that the right opportunities, people, and circumstances will come into your life at the perfect time. This release of control actually opens you up to receive even more than you might have imagined for yourself. As you continue on this journey of transformation, you'll likely start to notice changes not just in your external circumstances, but in how you feel on the inside. You might find yourself feeling more peaceful, more joyful, more alive. You might start to experience a deeper sense of connection to yourself, to others, to the world. This inner shift is the true measure of your growth. Because ultimately, what we're all seeking isn't just external success or material possessions. We're seeking a sense of fulfillment, of purpose, of alignment with our true selves. And here's the beautiful thing. When you achieve this inner alignment, the external manifestations often follow naturally. It's like you become a magnet for positive experiences and opportunities. People are drawn to your energy. Doors seem to open effortlessly. This isn't magic or coincidence. It's the result of your inner work and your energetic alignment. Now, I want to address something that often comes up on this journey of transformation. You might find yourself wondering, am I being selfish for wanting more? Is it okay to focus on my own growth and happiness? The answer is a resounding yes. Your growth and happiness are not just okay, they're essential. Because when you're living in alignment with your highest self, when you're fulfilled and joyful, you have so much more to give to the world. Your positive energy ripples out, affecting everyone you interact with. By focusing on your own growth and manifestation, you're actually contributing to the betterment of the whole. Think about it this way. Have you ever been around someone who's truly happy and fulfilled? Their energy is contagious, isn't it? They inspire you, uplift you, make you believe that more is possible for you too. By doing this work on yourself, you become that person for others in your life. So I encourage you to release any guilt or shame around wanting to improve your life. Your desires are valid. Your dreams matter. And by pursuing them, you're not just serving yourself. You're serving the world. As we near the end of our time together, I want to remind you of something crucial. This work of positive manifestation is not a one-time event. It's not something you do once and then you're done. It's a lifelong practice, a way of being in the world. There will be days when it feels easy, when everything seems to be flowing effortlessly. And there will be days when it feels challenging, when old patterns try to reassert themselves. Both are part of the journey. The key is to keep coming back to your practice, to your intentions, to your vision of what's possible. Remember, you're not striving for perfection. You're not trying to eliminate all negative thoughts or never have a bad day again. You're human, and the full spectrum of human emotions and experiences is part of what makes life rich and beautiful. The goal is not to eliminate challenges, but to change your relationship with them, to see them as opportunities for growth rather than obstacles to happiness. So as you move forward from here, I encourage you to be gentle with yourself. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it might seem. Every time you choose a positive thought over a negative one, every time you take a step towards your dreams despite fear or doubt, you're rewiring your brain and shifting your energy. These small choices compound over time, creating massive change in you. And remember, you're not alone on this journey. We're all connected, all part of the same universal energy. Your growth and transformation contribute to the evolution of the collective. By doing this work on yourself, you're playing your part in raising the consciousness of the entire planet. So I invite you to make a commitment to yourself right now, a commitment to be aware of the signs of accidentally manifesting negativity in your life, a commitment to consciously choose positivity, possibility, and love, a commitment to show up for yourself every day, to do the inner work, to take inspired action towards your dreams. You have everything you need within you. You are powerful beyond measure. You are worthy of all the good you desire, and you have the ability to create magic in your life, starting right now. So take a deep breath. Feel the potential coursing through your veins. Know that this moment is the starting point of a brand new chapter in your life story, and you are the author. What will you create? How will you show up? What miracles will you manifest? The power is yours. The time is now. Your future self is cheering you on. So step into your power, embrace your potential, and get ready to manifest a life beyond your wildest dreams, because you are ready, you are worthy, and your best life is waiting for you to claim it. Thank you for being here, for doing this work, for daring to dream bigger. The world needs your light, your gifts, your unique magic. So go forth and shine. The universe is conspiring in your favor, and your greatest adventure is just beginning. Your thoughts shape your reality. Every single moment, you're creating your future with the power of your mind. Think about that for a second. The life you're living right now, it's a direct result of where you've been putting your attention. Let's talk about focus. When you truly focus on something, you're doing more than just thinking about it. You're pouring your energy into it. You're telling the universe, this is what I want. And guess what? The universe listens. But here's the catch, and it's a big one. Most people aren't really focused at all. They think they are, but their minds are scattered. They're worrying about bills, thinking about what's for dinner, replaying that argument they had last week. Their energy is all over the place. And that's exactly what they're attracting, a scattered, unfocused life. So how do we change this? How do we harness the incredible power of focus to create the life we truly want? It starts with awareness. You need to become aware of where your thoughts are going. Are you constantly thinking about what you don't want? Are you focused on your problems, your fears, your limitations? If so, that's exactly what you're going to keep attracting. Instead, start directing your thoughts towards what you do want. And I'm not talking about just daydreaming or wishful thinking. I'm talking about purposeful, intentional focus. When you do this, you're literally changing the circuits in your brain. You're rewiring yourself to become the person who already has what you want. This isn't just positive thinking. This is science. When you focus your attention on a specific thought or idea, you're activating specific neural networks in your brain. The more you activate these networks, the stronger they become. It's like building a muscle. And as these networks grow stronger, they start to influence your perceptions, your decisions, your actions, your entire reality. Think about a time when you bought a new car. Suddenly, you started seeing that same model everywhere. Did everyone suddenly buy the same car? Of course not. Your brain just started noticing what was already there because that's where your attention was focused. The same principle applies to everything in your life. If you're constantly focused on lack, on what you don't have, guess what? Your brain is going to keep finding evidence of that lack everywhere you look. But if you shift your focus to abundance, to possibilities, to growth, your brain will start noticing opportunities that were always there, but you just couldn't see before. This is why it's so crucial to be intentional about where you put your focus. Every thought is like a seed. What are you planting in the garden of your mind? Are you planting seeds of doubt, fear, and limitation? Or are you planting seeds of possibility, growth, and abundance? Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but my life is full of problems right now. How can I focus on anything else? I get it. Life can be tough, but here's the thing. Focusing on your problems doesn't solve them. It just creates more of the same. Instead, start asking yourself better questions. Instead of why is this happening to me? Ask what can I learn from this? Instead of why can't I get ahead? Ask what opportunities am I not seeing? These questions redirect your focus. They shift you from a state of victimhood to a state of empowerment. And that's where the magic happens. When you start focusing on solutions instead of problems, on possibilities instead of limitations, you begin to tap into a greater field of potential. You start to access parts of your brain that were dormant before. You become more creative, more resourceful, more alive. This isn't just about attracting material things. It's about becoming the person who naturally attracts what you want. If you want more love in your life, become more loving. If you want more success, focus on developing the qualities of successful people. If you want more peace, cultivate peace within yourself. Remember, the outer world is a reflection of your inner world. What you focus on internally will manifest externally. This is why it's so important to guard your thoughts, to be selective about what you allow into your mind. Think of your mind like a garden. Your thoughts are the seeds. Your focus is the water and sunlight that helps those seeds grow. What kind of garden are you cultivating? Is it full of weeds, negative thoughts, limiting beliefs, and fearful imaginings? Or is it a beautiful, thriving garden of possibility, growth, and positivity? The choice is yours, and it is a choice. You have the power to direct your focus. You have the ability to choose your thoughts. This is one of the most fundamental truths of human existence, yet so few people really understand or utilize this power. Most people live their lives on autopilot, reacting to circumstances, letting their environment dictate their internal state. But when you understand the power of focus, you flip this script. You start to create your environment from the inside out. This doesn't mean ignoring reality or pretending that challenges don't exist. It means choosing where to put your energy. It means asking yourself, is this thought serving me? Is this focus taking me where I want to go? Think about it like this. Your life is moving in the direction of your most dominant thoughts. If you're constantly thinking about your problems, you're headed towards more problems. If you're consistently focusing on solutions and opportunities, that's the direction you're moving. Now, I know this isn't always easy. Our brains are wired to focus on potential threats and problems. It's a survival mechanism left over from our ancient past, but we're not running from saber-toothed tigers anymore. In our modern world, this tendency often does more harm than good. So we need to consciously override this default setting. We need to train our brains to focus on what we want, not what we fear. And yes, it takes practice. It takes repetition. It takes persistence. But the rewards are beyond anything you can imagine. When you master the art of focus, you become the architect of your own life. You stop being a victim of circumstance and start being the creator of your reality. You tap into a power that most people never even realize they have. This power has always been within you. It's not something you need to acquire or earn. It's your birthright as a human being. But like any skill, it needs to be developed. It needs to be practiced. So how do we do this? How do we train our focus to attract what we truly want? It starts with awareness. Begin to notice where your thoughts habitually go. What do you think about when you're not consciously directing your thoughts? What's your mental default setting? Once you become aware of your thought patterns, you can start to change them. And this is where intention comes in. Set a clear intention for what you want to focus on. Make it specific, make it vivid, make it emotionally compelling. Then practice holding that focus. Start with just a few minutes a day. Visualize what you want as if it's already happened. Feel the emotions you would feel if you had already achieved your goal. Engage all your senses in this visualization. As you do this, you're literally rewiring your brain. You're creating new neural pathways. You're training your mind to focus on what you want rather than what you don't want. But it doesn't stop with visualization. You need to align your actions with your focus. If you're focusing on health, make healthy choices. If you're focusing on wealth, make sound financial decisions. If you're focusing on relationships, be the kind of person you want to attract. This alignment is crucial because here's the thing, the universe doesn't just respond to your thoughts. It responds to your energy, your vibration, and your actions are a key part of that energy. Think about it like this. If you're constantly thinking about being wealthy, but your actions are those of someone who's irresponsible with money, you're sending mixed signals to the universe. Your thoughts and actions need to be in harmony. This is where many people stumble. They think positive thoughts, but their actions don't match. Or they take inspired action, but their thoughts are full of doubt and fear. To truly attract what you want, you need coherence between your thoughts, feelings, and actions. Now, I want to address something important here. This isn't about denying reality or ignoring problems. If you're in a difficult situation, acknowledging it is the first step towards changing it. But there's a big difference between acknowledging a problem and obsessing over it. Acknowledge where you are, but focus on where you want to be. Use your current situation as a launching pad, not an anchor. Let it motivate you, not define you. Remember, where you are now is the result of your past focus. Where you'll be in the future is the result of your current focus. So choose wisely. Choose intentionally. This isn't a one-time choice. It's a moment-by-moment practice. Every thought, every word, every action is an opportunity to align with what you truly want. This constant choice can feel overwhelming at first. You might catch yourself slipping into old thought patterns. That's okay. Don't beat yourself up about it. Just gently redirect your focus. It's like training a puppy. You wouldn't get angry at a puppy for getting distracted. You just lovingly guide it back to where you want it to go. Treat your mind the same way. Be patient with yourself. Be persistent, and most importantly, be consistent. It's not about perfection. It's about direction. As long as you're moving in the direction of your dreams, you're on the right path. Now, let's talk about something that trips up a lot of people: the gap between where you are and where you want to be. This gap can feel overwhelming. It can trigger doubt, fear, and frustration. But here's the secret: that gap is where the magic happens. That gap is your opportunity for growth. It's where you develop the skills, the mindset, the character that will allow you to not just achieve your goals, but to become the person who can sustain and expand on that achievement. So instead of being frustrated by the gap, get excited about it. See it as an adventure, a journey of self-discovery and personal evolution, because that's exactly what it is. The universe doesn't just give you what you want, it gives you what you are. So focus on becoming the person who naturally attracts what you desire. Focus on developing the qualities, the skills, the mindset of someone who already has what you want. If you want abundance, cultivate a mindset of abundance. Look for evidence of abundance in your life right now. Express gratitude for what you have. When you do this, you start to resonate at the frequency of abundance. And like attracts like, if you want love, become more loving. If you want success, embody the qualities of successful people. If you want peace, cultivate peace within yourself. Remember, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. Now, I want to address something important. Some of you might be thinking, but I've tried focusing on what I want and it didn't work. If that's you, I want you to consider something. Were you truly focused, or were you just wishing? True focus isn't passive. It's not just thinking about what you want and then waiting for it to show up. True focus is active. It's engaged. It's persistent. It shapes your perceptions, your decisions, your actions. When you're truly focused, you start to notice opportunities that you might have missed before. You become more attuned to information that can help you achieve your goals. You start to attract people and circumstances that align with your focus. But here's the key. You have to act on those opportunities. You have to apply that information. You have to engage with those people and circumstances. Focus without action is just daydreaming. Action without focus is just busy work. You need both. The results of your focus might not always come in the way you expect. Sometimes what you attract might look like a challenge or a setback at first. But if you stay focused, if you stay committed to your vision, you'll often find that these apparent obstacles are actually stepping stones. They're opportunities for growth, for learning, for becoming the person who can achieve and sustain your dreams. So don't get discouraged if things don't unfold exactly as you imagined. Stay focused on the essence of what you want, not the form you think it should take. Now, let's talk about something that's often overlooked when it comes to focus and attraction: your beliefs. Your beliefs are like the operating system of your mind. They determine what you think is possible, what you think you deserve, what you think is available to you. If your beliefs don't align with what you're trying to attract, you're going to face an uphill battle. It's like trying to run high-performance software on an outdated operating system. It just won't work efficiently. So, part of mastering the art of focus is examining and upgrading your beliefs. What do you believe about yourself? What do you believe about the world? What do you believe is possible for you? These beliefs often operate below the surface of your conscious awareness. They're like the water a fish swims in, so pervasive that the fish doesn't even notice it. But just like a fish is profoundly affected by the quality of its water, you are profoundly affected by the quality of your beliefs. So start to question your beliefs. Where do they come from? Are they serving you? Are they aligned with what you want to attract? If not, it's time to start upgrading. And here's the amazing thing. You can change your beliefs. They're not set in stone. They're patterns of thought that have become habitual. And just like any habit, they can be changed with consistent effort and focus. This is where the power focus really shines. When you consistently focus on new, empowering beliefs, you start to rewire your brain. You create new neural pathways. You literally change the structure of your mind. And as your beliefs change, your reality changes. Because remember, you don't attract what you want. You attract what you are. And what you are is largely determined by what you believe. So focus on cultivating beliefs that support your dreams. Believe in your ability to learn, to grow, to overcome challenges. Believe in the abundance of the universe. Believe in your worthiness to receive good things. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with. The influence of others. We're social creatures. We're affected by the people around us, by the media we consume, by the general energy of our environment. And often this influence can pull us away from our focus. It can distract us, discourage us, or make us doubt ourselves. This is why it's so important to be intentional about your environment. Surround yourself with people who support your vision. Consume media that uplifts and inspires you. Create an environment that reinforces your focus rather than distracting from it. This might mean making some tough decisions. It might mean distancing yourself from negative influences. It might mean changing some long-standing habits. But remember, what you focus on expands. So if you want your dreams to expand, you need to fiercely protect your focus. Now, let's talk about something that's often misunderstood when it comes to focus and attraction, the role of emotions. Your emotions are not just reactions to your environment, they're a crucial part of your creative power. Your emotions are like fuel for your focus. They give it energy, intensity, momentum. When you combine clear focus with positive, high energy emotions, you become an unstoppable force of creation. This is why it's so important to cultivate positive emotions. Feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude of already having what you want. Let these emotions infuse your focus. Let them energize your actions. But here's the thing, this doesn't mean suppressing negative emotions. All emotions have their place. They all carry important information. The key is not to get stuck in negative emotional states. Acknowledge negative emotions when they arise. Learn from them, but then consciously shift your focus back to what you want to create. Use the energy of those emotions to fuel your determination, your resilience, your commitment to your vision. Remember, where your attention goes, energy flows. So direct the flow of your emotional energy towards what you want to create, not what you want to avoid. Now, I want to address something that trips up a lot of people, the idea of deserving. Many people sabotage their focus because deep down, they don't feel they deserve what they want. But here's the truth. You don't need to deserve what you want. You don't need to earn it. You don't need to be perfect to receive good things. The universe is abundant. There's more than enough for everyone. Your job is not to judge whether you deserve something. Your job is to align yourself with it, to focus on it, to become a vibrational match for it. So let go of the idea of deserving. Instead, focus on allowing. Allow yourself to receive good things. Allow yourself to be happy, successful, loved. Allow yourself to have what you want. This allowance is a form of focus. It's a way of opening yourself up to the abundance of the universe. It's a way of saying yes to what you want without conditions, without judgment. And here's something powerful to remember. The more you allow yourself to receive, the more you have to give. The more abundant you become, the more you can contribute to others. Your success, your joy, your abundance doesn't take away from anyone else. In fact, it adds to the collective abundance of the world. When you shine brightly, you light the way for others. So focus on shining your light as brightly as you can. Focus on becoming the fullest, most authentic expression of yourself, because that's when you become a powerful force of attraction. Now, let's talk about something that's crucial to maintaining your focus: self-care. Your mind and body are intimately connected. If you're not taking care of your physical health, it's going to be much harder to maintain clear, consistent focus. This means getting enough sleep, eating nutritious food, staying hydrated, and moving your body regularly. These aren't just good health practices. They're focus practices. They're attraction practices. When you take care of your body, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious mind. You're saying, I'm worth taking care of. I'm worthy of good things. And this reinforces your ability to attract what you want. Remember, attraction isn't just about what you think. It's about your entire state of being. And your physical state is a big part of that. So make self-care a priority. See it as an essential part of your focus practice, because it is. When you feel good physically, it's so much easier to maintain positive, focused thoughts. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with, impatience. When you start really focusing on what you want, it's natural to want it to manifest quickly. But remember, true change takes time. You're not just trying to get something, you're becoming someone new. You're rewiring your brain, changing your energy, shifting your entire way of being. And that doesn't happen overnight. So be patient with the process. Trust in the unfolding. Know that every moment of focus is creating change, even if you can't see the results yet. Think of it like planting a seed. When you plant a seed, you don't see immediate results, but that doesn't mean nothing is happening. Beneath the surface, that seed is germinating. It's growing roots. It's preparing to break through the soil. Your focus works the same way. Every thought, every visualization, every aligned action is like watering that seed. You might not see immediate results, but trust that things are happening beneath the surface. And here's the thing, when you trust in the process, when you maintain your focus without attachment to immediate results, you actually speed up the manifestation because you're not blocking it with doubt, fear, or impatience. Now, let's talk about something that's often overlooked when it comes to focus and attraction: the power of contrast. Contrast is when you experience something you don't want. And while it might seem negative at first, contrast is actually a powerful tool for clarifying your focus. When you experience contrast, it helps you get crystal clear on what you do want. It refines your vision. It sharpens your focus. So instead of getting discouraged by contrast, use it, let it fuel your determination. Let it clarify your desires. Remember, the universe doesn't know the difference between yes and no. It just responds to what you're focusing on. So when you experience contrast, quickly shift your focus to what you do want. Use the energy of that contrast to propel you towards your vision. This is the art of pivoting, the ability to quickly shift your focus from what you don't want to what you do want. And the more you practice this, the more skilled you become at it. Eventually, it becomes second nature. Now, I want to address something that trips up a lot of people: the idea of worthiness. Many people struggle to maintain their focus because deep down, they don't feel worthy of what they want. But here's the truth: you're inherently worthy. You don't need to prove your worth. You don't need to earn it. Your worth is not determined by your achievements, your possessions, or what others think of you. Your worth is intrinsic. It's part of who you are. So instead of trying to become worthy, focus on accepting your inherent worth. Focus on allowing yourself to receive good things. Focus on opening yourself up to the abundance that is your birthright. The shift in focus from trying to become worthy to accepting your inherent worth, can be transformative. It removes a huge block to attraction. It allows you to align with what you want without the interference of self-doubt or self-judgment. Remember, the universe doesn't judge your worthiness. It simply responds to your energy, your vibration. And when you accept your inherent worth, your energy shifts. You start to vibrate at a higher frequency. And this naturally attracts more positive experiences into your life. Now, let's talk about something that's crucial for maintaining your focus: your environment. Your physical environment has a huge impact on your mental state. It can either support your focus or distract from it. So take a look around you. Does your environment reflect what you're trying to attract? Does it inspire you? Does it energize you? If not, it's time to make some changes. This doesn't mean you need to completely overhaul your life. Sometimes small changes can make a big difference. Maybe it's decluttering your space. Maybe it's adding some inspiring artwork. Maybe it's creating a dedicated area for visualization and meditation. The key is to create an environment that reinforces your focus. That reminds you of what you're working towards. That supports your new way of being. Remember, your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. But it also works the other way around. Your inner world is influenced by your outer world. So use this to your advantage. Create an environment that pulls you towards your vision. Now, I want to talk about something that's often misunderstood when it comes to focus and attraction: the role of action. Some people think that if they focus hard enough, what they want will just magically appear without any effort on their part. But that's not how it works. Focus is not about passive wishing. It's about active creation. It's about aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with what you want to attract. So yes, visualize. Yes, feel the emotions of already having what you want, but also take inspired action. Move in the direction of your dreams. Be willing to do what it takes to become the person who can achieve and sustain your vision. This doesn't mean struggling or forcing things. Inspired action feels good. It feels exciting. It feels like you're in flow. When you're truly focused, the right actions will naturally arise. You'll feel drawn to do certain things, to go certain places, to connect with certain people. Trust these impulses. Act on them. This is the universe guiding you towards your vision. This is the power of your focus manifesting in the physical world. And remember, every action you take is a form of focus. It's a way of telling the universe, this is what I'm committed to. This is what I'm moving towards. So make sure your actions align with your vision. Now, let's talk about something that's crucial for maintaining your focus over the long term, celebrating your progress. It's easy to get so focused on your big vision that you overlook the small victories along the way. But these small victories are important. They're signs that your focus is working. They're evidence that you're on the right track. So take time to acknowledge and celebrate your progress, no matter how small it might seem. Did you maintain your focus a little longer today? Celebrate that. Did you take an inspired action towards your goal? Celebrate that. Did you pivot quickly from a negative thought to a positive one? Celebrate that too. These celebrations do more than just make you feel good, although that's important too. They reinforce your new patterns of thought and behavior. They strengthen your belief in the power of your focus. They keep you motivated and energized for the journey ahead. Remember, what you appreciate appreciates. So appreciate your progress and you'll find yourself making even more progress. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with: the opinions of others. When you start really focusing on your vision, when you start making changes in your life, you might face criticism or skepticism from others. This can be challenging. It can make you doubt yourself. It can pull you off course. But here's the thing. Other people's opinions are just reflections of their own focus, their own beliefs, their own limitations. They have nothing to do with you or what's possible for you. So don't let the opinions of others distract you from your focus. Don't let their doubts become your doubts. Stay true to your vision. Trust in your own inner guidance. Remember, most people are operating on autopilot, reacting to life rather than creating it. When you start consciously creating your reality through the power of focus, you're doing something extraordinary, something that many people can't understand because they've never experienced it themselves. So if you face criticism or doubt from others, see it as an opportunity to strengthen your focus. Use it as a chance to reaffirm your commitment to your vision. Let it fuel your determination to prove what's possible through the power of focused attention. Now, let's talk about something that's often overlooked when it comes to focus and attraction: the importance of letting go. This might seem counterintuitive. After all, we've been talking about the power of maintaining your focus, but there's a difference between focus and attachment. Focus is about clarity of intention. Attachment is about trying to control the outcome. And ironically, attachment can actually block you from attracting what you want. When you're attached to a specific outcome, you're often coming from a place of lack or fear. So you're saying, I need this to happen in this exact way, or I won't be okay. And that energy of need and fear can repel the very thing you're trying to attract. So practice focusing on what you want and then letting go of how it comes to you. Trust that the universe knows the best way to bring your vision into reality. Be open to possibilities that you might not have considered. This letting go allows space for miracles to occur. It allows the universe to surprise and delight you with how your vision manifests. And often what shows up is even better than what you had originally imagined. Remember, your job is to focus on the what and the why. Let the universe take care of the how and the when. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with: maintaining focus in the face of setbacks or challenges. When things don't go as planned, when you face obstacles or disappointments, it can be tempting to lose your focus, to give up on your vision, to fall back into old patterns of thought and behavior. But here's the truth. Setbacks and challenges are not signs that your focus isn't working. They're opportunities. Opportunities to strengthen your focus. Opportunities to demonstrate your commitment to your vision. Opportunities to grow into the person who can achieve and sustain what you want. So when you face challenges, don't lose your focus. Intensify it. Use the energy of the challenge to fuel your determination. Use it as a chance to get even clearer on what you want and why you want it. Remember, diamonds are created under pressure. The most successful people in the world aren't those who never face challenges. They're the ones who maintain their focus in spite of challenges, who use those challenges as stepping stones rather than stumbling blocks. So embrace challenges as part of the journey. See them as signs that you're growing, that you're pushing beyond your current limits, and keep your focus firmly fixed on your vision. Now, let's talk about something that's crucial for maintaining your focus over the long term: self-awareness. The more aware you are of your thoughts, your emotions, your beliefs, the more power you have to direct your focus. Start paying attention to your inner dialogue. What are you saying to yourself throughout the day? Are these thoughts aligned with what you want to attract, or are they pulling you off course? Pay attention to your emotional state. How do you feel most of the time? Are you cultivating emotions that support your vision, or are you habitually indulging in emotions that block what you want to attract? Become aware of your beliefs. What do you believe about yourself, about the world, about what's possible for you? Are these beliefs supporting your focus or hindering it? This self awareness is like a superpower. It allows you to catch yourself when you're off course and quickly redirect your focus. It helps you identify and change limiting beliefs. It gives you the ability to choose your emotional state rather than being at the mercy of it. Remember, you can't change what you're not aware of. So cultivate this self awareness, make it a daily practice. The more aware you become, the more power you have to direct your focus and attract what you truly want. Now, I want to talk about something that's often overlooked when it comes to focus and attraction: the power of gratitude. Gratitude is like a magnet for miracles. It's one of the highest vibrating emotions you can feel. And remember, you attract what you are, not what you want. So practice feeling grateful for what you already have. Feel grateful for the progress you've made. Feel grateful for the challenges that have made you stronger. Feel grateful for the opportunities that are on their way to you. This gratitude does something powerful. It shifts your focus from lack to abundance. It trains your brain to notice the good things in your life and what you focus on. Moreover, gratitude puts you in energetic alignment with receiving. It opens you up to the flow of abundance in the universe. It makes you a vibrational match for even more good things to come into your life. So make gratitude a daily practice. Start and end your day by focusing on what you're grateful for. Feel the emotion of gratitude in your body. Let it infuse your entire being. And here's a powerful practice. Feel grateful for what you want as if you already have it. This combines the power of gratitude with the power of visualization. It's a potent force for attraction. Now, as we near the end of our time together, I want to remind you of something important. The power to attract what you want has always been within you. It's not something you need to acquire or earn. It's your birthright as a conscious, creative being, what we've been discussing. The power of focus, the importance of alignment, the role of emotion and action. These are all tools to help you access and utilize this innate power more effectively. But the real magic happens when you realize that you are the power. You are the creator of your reality, your focus, your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. These are your creative tools. And you have the ability to use them consciously, intentionally, to shape your life according to your deepest desires. So as you go forward from here, remember this: you will only attract what you are truly focused on. So choose your focus wisely, direct it purposefully, maintain it consistently, be patient with the process, but relentless in your focus. Trust in the unfolding of your vision, but stay committed to your part in bringing it to life. And above all, enjoy the journey. Because the truth is, the person you become as you focus on. Attracting what you want is the real prize, the growth, the expansion, the self-discovery. These are the true rewards of conscious creation. You have within you the power to create a life beyond your wildest dreams, a life of joy, of purpose, of fulfillment, a life that inspires others and contributes to the world in meaningful ways. So go forth and focus. Focus on your dreams, on your potential, on the incredible possibilities that await you. Focus on becoming the highest, most authentic version of yourself. Because when you do, you become a powerful force of attraction. You become a beacon of light in the world. You become living proof of what's possible when a human being harnesses the incredible power of focused attention. Your future is in your focus. So focus well, focus often, and watch in awe as the universe conspires to bring your dreams to